And away you go.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Janice Jackson. I'm an early years development worker for Norfolk County Council Early Years Service. And I hope that you're here today to hear a little bit more about how children learn through play. Now, this will be a really brief overview, and we're only going to be really covering one small element of that early years framework. How many of you have heard your children when you pick them up and they've come home from school and you've said to them, well, what have you done today? And they say, I've played. Well, I'm going to hopefully show you that it's a little bit more than play. What are we going to learn about today? Well, what hopefully by the end of this session we will have achieved is that you'll be able to name 2 reasons why children benefit through learning through play. I'm just going to give you a little bit of background. In the early years, that's a nursery, a preschool, or a play and stay even, we use a framework. We refer to it as the EYFS, but actually that stands for the Early Years Foundation Stage. The framework provides all early years practitioners with a statutory welfare requirements and a play-based framework for learning. This is the statutory guidance that every early years setting must adhere to when they're taking care of children. This is Development Matters. This is the standard, if you like, by which children are measured in their learning by age and stage of development. So when we observe children in play, what we're going to do is we're going to match their age against a certain learning goal. Okay? Just explain that a little bit more for you. There are 7 areas of learning and development, 3 prime and 4 specific. The first of the prime is the personal, social and emotional development of the child. Then there's the physical, communication and language. Then the specific areas are the literacy, that's reading, writing, mathematics, understanding of the world and expressive arts and designs. What these are, if you just want an understanding of the world, is where they've amalgamated history, geography into a very early curriculum. So, why learn through play? All children learn best from experiences that are suitable for their stage of development. So we wouldn't expect that a 12-month-old could do the same as a 2-year-old. Play is a vital component of children's lives and is key to the way that young children learn. Please think about the skills that children are learning when playing with Play-Doh. So, as with sand, as with water, what are children actually learning when you see them playing with Play-Doh? Now on the table, we have some Play-Doh. Please take a piece. Oh, fine. It's a good one. You took a very small piece. Don't have more. You can take whatever you like. You can take a sparkly thing. Right. Yeah, you want a sparkly thing? That's it. Yeah. That's some more.
My granddaughter doesn't like the feel of this, so I can't make any more here.
Now, just think about, while you're manipulating that Play-Doh, what is it that children are doing? Are they just rolling it around? What are they doing?
I think what you can make with it.
Yeah.
Feeling the texture.
Yeah.
I think it moving their fingers, what's that called? Oh,
It's through.
fine motor skills.
Yes.
I've got some paper there for you and some pens. Just start jotting down those ideas. Don't forget, still keep rolling your Play-Doh around. What are we making? What are we doing? What are we experiencing? Children do that all the time.
Glitter in it. Is it edible glitter?
But why do they eat it? What do they think it is?
Biscuits.
Children in the home corner might try and make biscuits sound of it, yeah? You like similar? Okay. Can somebody give me some of the ideas that you just come up with that you think children might be doing when they're playing with Play-Doh?
What does it taste like?
Taste?
Motor skills.
Motor skills? Fine motor skills. What are fine motor skills?
Intricate.
Small. Small movement.
They are. Your fine motor skills are this, your gross motor skills are your legs, your jumping about, your movement. Anything else?
The smell of it.
Smell?
Touch.
Touch? Why touch?
Feel. You're feeling it, you're touching it. It's got
Sensory.
sensory.
Yeah?
Right.
Imagination of.
They're using their imagination. Yeah, if they're making biscuits or they're making
Yeah.
fruit or they're using their imagination. Okay. You've hit on some of these, but this is actually what our children are doing. They're trying new things. They're solving problems. They're inventing and creating, so like with your biscuits. They're testing ideas and exploring. They're sharing, turn-taking, collaborating. These all link to the areas of learning. Before a child can learn to write, they've got to be able to develop strength within their hands to mark make. So by actually manipulating Play-Doh, they're actually strengthening those muscles to prepare them for writing at a later stage. Here we go. So this is a malleable material, one of hundreds that you will find in an early years setting. And when your child is just playing, this is what they're doing. They're developing skills, they're making shapes and patterns. They're initiating ideas, counting. They're developing and strengthening. Remember we said about getting ready to mark make. They're preparing for their writing. They're rolling, mixing, investigating. Now you can see how this crossover is not just play and manipulating the skills that are being developed, but it fits into these frameworks that we measure and assess our children's development. So that links with understanding the world, the properties of Play-Doh. What does it feel like? We've got that. Recognising similarities and differences and becoming aware of changes in materials. So if we stretch it, is it long? Is it short? Is it wide? Mathematics, understanding length, weight, shape. Often we give children cutters, we give them scales, and they will make comparisons. Now, if we go back to what we've just experienced, what we've just heard, can you name me 2 reasons why children learn best through play?
As in, like, because it's fun, it's child-led, not adult-led.
Absolutely, child-initiated.
And it's natural, I suppose, to them. It's something that comes naturally, doesn't it, playing?
Do you think they're thinking I'm learning?
Yeah. Develops their skills.
It develops their skills for what?
Can't think of the right phrase for it. Developing the skills for their learning.
Preparing them to be ready,
Yeah.
if you like, for what comes ahead. So when we take them into school, they have to learn how to write, they have to learn how to read. So we're developing those early fine motor skills, motor skills. We're encouraging them to use their imagination to be creative. Okay, thank you. Now we're coming to the end of this very brief overview of the Early Years Foundation stage. If you would like more information about how children play, there is plenty of resources there for you to examine. All sorts of different types of play, from mud kitchens to treasure baskets. I've given you each a little coloured card. I like to reflect on my performance if I've given the right information, the wrong information, whether I was able to teach you anything this morning. Please feel free to write on the back of them and hand them in, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you.